Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Friday evening, Saturday morning for me. Happy Naked and Famous Denim Day to everybody. And thank you for joining me on another live stream here from Yokohama, Japan. I hope you're having a great week. Yo, you're looking real meditative today. Maybe it's because I haven't quite woken up. We had the Rick and Morty launch. The Rick, Wubba Lubba Dub Dub Selvage launch last night. Well, last night for me, this morning for you guys. Many of you guys, most of you guys. So, I went to bed a little late. Woke up a little later than I usually do on a Saturday morning. Saturday morning. Yeah, it's Saturday morning. So, maybe I'm looking a little meditative right now. I'm just getting my coffee, waking up right now, hanging out with you guys. So, let's see if you have any questions yet. Just scrolling through. All right, cool. When are we getting the recycled? I have that up on the website right now. So the Super Guy Recycled Selvage. Let me just look it up. I think it's the 18th of June. I just have to double check. Oh, that's not updated on the website. It's updated on the wrong website. I'm pretty sure it's the 18th of June. I didn't, I was sending it out in the email blast, but I must have forgot to update the product pages. So, let me just check the last email we got, because I know it's in there. And it was real exciting stuff for everybody, me checking my emails. But I have too many emails. Oh, man, I am not doing well. Where is my email? Tate and Yoko, there it is. June the 18th for the Super Guy, and June the 25th for the High Skinny. This is exciting. I should be working for you. Well, send us a resume. We are looking for... Hey, I'll just let everybody know. We are looking for people for Tate and Yoko right now. So if you are in the Montreal area, or can be in the Montreal area, we want to hear from you. We want to hire from within the raw denim community. Naturally, we want to hire from our fan base. So if you are looking for a position, if you're looking for a job, if you want to be in the denim world, Tate and Yoko is hiring. And for those of you who don't know, Tate and Yoko is attached to our head office, our factory. It's in Montreal. We're in the garment district, and you'd be right in the center of all the action. So if you want to learn everything there is to know about denim and how the denim industry works, and talk about denim and be surrounded by denim and wear denim all day, Tate and Yoko is the job for you. Anyway, my elevator pitch there. Been loving my Hyperflexes. Any new stretchy selvage on the horizon? I gotta have them all. We are working on something. We are working on something in the Hyperflex range of, or in the flex. Sorry, I just lost my brain. Yeah. So we are working on something in that realm. Stay tuned, because I'm waiting on sampling, but this is going to be probably fall winter 22 when those release. But we do have some new stretch selvage options coming. In fact, I can show you one today if you stick around. Any fade pics on the Pickle Rick? Now, if you follow us on Instagram, which I think you do, if you're tuning in right now, we are putting photos up of faded fabrics, and let me see what we have here on the Pickle Rick. So, I guess they're not the most. For example. This is the Pickle Rick selvage. It's a macro shot of it being faded out. So it's not the greatest, I mean, perfect example of them being faded, but we are starting to include these types of photos with all of our releases. So just watch out for those, and you'll have some idea of what the faded fabric will look like. You get 1 million of applications. We have not got 1 million applications, I'll tell you that much. We've been looking for somebody for a while now. You know, we're slow to hire. We want to make sure that we have the right person. Obviously, we have a job that is of a particular knowledge base, so we don't want to just throw somebody into the mix and it not work out. So we are a little picky when it comes to who we bring in, but we are hoping for more people from the raw denim community to apply. We've got a bunch of people with some retail experience, or maybe not that much retail experience, or not that much denim knowledge, but we are hoping for the right person to come along. It's a little tricky in Montreal because, you know, you have to be bilingual to work in the store, so sometimes you get, you know, an applicant that is almost there but not fully prepared to, be able to work in a bilingual environment. What was the best-selling jeans of the Spring-Summer 21 collection? H. Zahid writes, so far it's a I don't know if I have to check the numbers exactly, but it's pretty close between the Brown Fox, the Summer Sky, and the Recycled. Those have been doing very, very well this season. See, the way I plan out our inventory for Tete and Yoko is that I want things to last around 2 years. So I try to, you know, I basically produce enough inventory for that. And in some cases, we blow through what I believe to be 2 years worth of inventory in a couple of months or a couple of weeks, instead of, you know, the long burn time that I anticipate. So, yeah, it's been a good season for us, and I'm actually, you know, with the Rick and Morty stuff, that this kind of wraps up Spring Summer 21 for us. Of course, there's a couple of stragglers with some of the delays with the recycled denim, like the super guy and the high skinny for the ladies there. But yeah, it's right now there's kind of a calm before the storm, because in a couple of weeks I'm going to be getting the Spring Summer 22 samples. Those are going to arrive here in Japan. And we're going to be back into booking season. We call it booking season when we are showing our new collection to our retail partners out there. So we're going to be in booking season very soon. That's a very intense couple of weeks for us, because we're trying to get all of our customers to submit their orders. We're doing meetings with them. We're showing them the collection, answering questions, a lot of back and forth. So very, very intense time for us while we're doing that. At the same time, we're prepping for Fall Winter 21 releases. So we're getting all the product photos done, all the product pages, all the product copy, all the blog posts. Like, all of that stuff needs to be written up and planned. And, we've got to get a release schedule out there. So right now, literally right now, it's kind of the calm before the storm, because spring, summer is just finishing. We don't have those new samples here yet. And fall, winter, production starting to go. So there's stuff to do, but in a few weeks, I go from like barely sleeping to no sleeping. It's just getting everything done. So, yeah, it's an interesting time of year for me. When are you posting Fall Winter 21 preview videos? That's Makedo Eric writes. End of this week, I will have, or sorry, end of next week, I will have the Fall Winter 21 preview video out. So the whole collection you guys are going to be able to see. You're going to be able to pre-plan. So that's coming very soon. Yeah, ideally I would have it. Anyways, that's going to come soon. You're going to be able to see the entire new collection in 4K. I don't know, 4 Life, NWO. Any new Strong Guy jeans coming out? Mex Jr. writes, several new Strong Guy jeans are coming out. We just restocked the Dirty Fade Strong Guy, so that's back in stock on Tate and Yoko. For the Winter 21, for Fall Winter 21, there will be several. So watch out for that. I will make more announcements soon, but there will be more Strong Guy jeans coming very soon. Why do all the Slim Chinos end at a 32-inch inseam? Isn't that kind of short? 32 is probably the most average inseam. Not actually the most average inseam for a guy is actually a 30. So it's a little bit longer than the average. Yeah. So why is it at 32? I don't know. Probably because they've always sold at that length, and it's been quite a. We tend not to touch things at work, so I don't think we've gotten too many complaints about them being short. In fact, this is probably the first one in all of my years that anyone has complained about the length of the Slim Chino. Any new news on the Nightmare collab? I'm excited. Yeah, I could probably show something off today. There's going to be a couple of previews today, so stick around. Stick around. I can show that off today. 36-inch gang crying. 36-inch inseam is a very tall man. You're a very, very tall man or woman. I've never met a 36-inch inseam woman before, but I'm sure they're out there. Yeah, even in all of my years at Holt Renfrew, we would get a lot of athletes in. Hockey players, that type of stuff, big guys. And I cannot remember not having a gene for these people. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm sure you're out there, but 36-inch inseam is such a tall person that you're probably not shopping in any regular store. No, like very, very few stores other than the big and talls are gonna have inseams for you. 34 is a tall person. 36-inch inseam is a very tall person. I'm 6'4". That extra rise and easy guy is a godsend. Even at 6'4", like you may like to have a 36-inch inseam so you can have a big cuff, but I would imagine your actual inseam is probably in the 33, 34 range. Correct me if I'm wrong. Stone for more previews. Will you guys be able to make the Friday the 13th deadline? I think so. So Brandon hasn't told me otherwise. Everything's out there. There's a couple of final approvals final girl. No, there's no final girl denim. But there are some final approvals going on right now, and I think we're going to be able to hit that deadline. So fingers crossed that will be the case. So Friday, August the 13th. What determines factors in the decision if a jean will come salvaged or not? Just wondering. That's from Pretty How. Pretty How asked that question. So why do we decide to make a jean salvage or non-salvage? Typically, it's a price point thing. If we want something to be... 90% of the time is a price point thing. If we want to have a jean at a particular price point, then non-salvage is generally the way to go for us to hit a lower price point. Now, there are sometimes limitations to if you can make this fabric with selvage or not. For example, the Frankenstein denim or the Toxic Avenger denim, you could not make that with selvage. That denim, just the way that denim was constructed. To be fair, you probably could do it, but the price would be so astronomical that it would not be feasible. In fact, I'm not even sure if the machines could handle the alternating twill, because with a projectile loom, you can really control how that machine weaves, like it's computerized. But with a shuttle loom, I wonder if you could even do it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that a shuttle loom could even produce the alternating twill of a Frankenstein or a Toxic Avenger properly. So sometimes there's just limitations. For example, like really super high stretch denim. When we did the flex denim, that was a super high power stretch selvage denim. Now that's not something that's easily achieved on a shuttle loom. So the way that I think that we're able to achieve that is because the shrinkage rate on that denim is so astronomically high. It's somewhere in the 20-30% range of shrinkage rate. And the reason for that is because stretch fibers, the way the shuttle loom works, if the shuttle is traveling back and forth, the stretch is on the weft. So the shuttle loom is filling in the weft. So as it goes back and forth, it's going at a high rate of speed, you're pulling that elastic. So what I think is happening, or what is happening, is that they're using an elastic fiber that isn't quite activated yet. It's not very stretchy. And they're weaving very slowly so that they don't make that elastic extend, right? So it's going back and forth and it's gently being placed across the weft. And then when you wash it, that shrink activates and that fabric sucks in. It shrinks right up, huge. That way you get a high stretch ability with that fabric. But the problem is when we're working with that fabric, the stretch rate is very high, so the yields, on the fabric are very low because you lose a lot of that in the shrinkage. And you have to account for all that shrinkage. You have to rinse wash the jeans. Very hard to work with. So sometimes it's easier to use a projectile loom denim with a high stretch because you can control all that much better. So there's technical aspects to why we would make something non-selvage, and then there's price point aspects. So those are the two reasons. I can't think of any other reason. But yeah, that would be it. Code jeans. Somebody wants to see the Matrix Code denim. I don't have the physical swatch with me yet, but it is coming soon. As soon as I get it, I will be showing that off. Thanks for the help finding a retailer on the last live stream. Just got my unbranded Canadian tuxedo from Cultism. That's from Jewel Man. You are very, very welcome. Thanks for joining in on the live stream again today. Okay, let's hello from Guelph. Hello from Guelph. Thanks for joining in. Guelph, Ontario. I'm just trying to remember some fun things in Guelph. It's been quite a while since I've been there. Well, there's the U of G, and I don't. I remember there's a downtown area, but I don't remember any of the shops, and I wonder if any of those shops are still there. But yeah, good old Guelph. Approximately how much more is the production cost between selvage and non-selvage? The production cost, the sewing is the same. It doesn't really cost any more to sew a non-selvage jean than a selvage jean. But fabric-wise, it could be significant. It depends on the fabric. But it's reflected in the price. I mean, you might see some non-selvage jeans from us at like $130, and then most of our Selvedge jeans are starting at 170. So there's the window for you. I can make the 33, 34-inch inseam work. I found that more relaxed fits work well with the length for some reason. If I want a slim jean, it's got to be 35 or 36. They just look too small. Strange. But yeah, the more relaxed fits, maybe, you're wearing them a little bit lower on the waist as well. Could be due to the rise and the thighs as well, maybe. Yeah, I'm thinking it's the rise. Okay, just trying to think about what else is going on in the Naked and Famous Denim world. Who here watched the Rick Denim video? So we did the Rick Wubba Lubba Dub Dub Selvedge video that came out this week. And I mentioned something in that video, and there was two people that made a comment, and I just wanted to see if anybody else. I thought I was being clever, and maybe a little clever, maybe a little obvious. I just wanted to see if anybody else caught what I was talking about. So let me know. Did you guys figure out what I was talking about in that video? And in the previous videos, I don't know if you also noticed the Easter egg, because it was the same Easter egg in every video, and I think only one person saw it. All right. I caught it. Okay. So, let's see. Will Naked and Famous NYC get annoyed if I stop in just to experiment with different sizes and cuts? That's what they're there for. They're there to help you out, my man. Oh, hey, it's been 16 years since my first pair of Naked and Famous. Probably not 16 years. We're really just approaching the 12-year mark right now. So maybe it's been 12 years. Okay, we've got a couple people here that caught it. Let's see that, Mr. Poopy Butthole. Mr. Poopy Butthole. I made the comment saying, ooh-wee. Name is Pedro Cortez on YouTube. Fantastic. Well, you definitely caught it. Somebody wrote Mr. Meeseeks. It's not Mr. Meeseeks. It is definitely Mr. Poopy Butthole. And I'm going to show it off today on the live stream. In fact, I'm going to show it off right now. So, this actually, we haven't done a secret jean in a while. And I wanted to do a Mr. Poopy Butthole jean, because I just wanted buyers to say Mr. Poopy Butthole. And I'm a big fan of Mr. Poopy Butthole. So let's take a look at Mr. Poopy Butthole. I just want to keep saying Mr. Poopy Butthole. A pair of Mr. Poopy Buttholes? That's right. So we did have, if you're a Rick and Morty fan, the season's end with a little montage from Mr. Poopy Butthole. So we had to end the season. We had to end the Rick and Morty Naked Famous Denim Capsule Collection season with Mr. Poopy Butthole. Let's take a look at the jeans. This is the first time anyone is seeing them. This is the world premiere of the Mr. Poopy Butthole Selvedge. So we've got the veg tan leather patch with Mr. Poopy Butthole here. He's graduating from school. This is pulled directly from the show. That was a nice screen capture we did. And here we have the pocket flasher. You can see the details of the denim. 9-ounce lightweight Japanese Selvedge denim. So lightweight, just like Mr. Poopy Butthole. It's kind of, I figured Mr. Poopy Butthole's got this kind of dandy look to him, so I wanted to go with a chambray. I thought that matched his personality quite well. You've got Mr. Poopy Butthole here embroidered on the back pocket. You got that leather patch as well. The denim is nice and lightweight. A lightweight chambray. We haven't done a lightweight chambray in quite a while. And we've got the perfect matching Mr. Poopy Butthole yellow and blue colored Selvedge ID. So these are coming out next Friday. The Mr. Poopy Butthole Ooey Selvedge. I hope you guys like it. It's a great summer option, and I think it's the perfect way to end the Rick and Morty Naked Famous Denim Capsule Collection with a little visit from our good friend of the Smith family, Mr. Poopy Butthole. 9 ounces, lightweight, Japanese selvage chambray. So, if you didn't catch the little teasers in the Rick and Morty videos, go back and watch them. When the video cuts to camera B, you know, my profile shot, you can look in my computer monitor and you'll see a little picture of Mr. Poopy Butthole. And as for the fits, they will come in the Super Guy, Weird Guy, and Easy Guy. They're going to be available at a very select number of retailers. I will have on Monday or Tuesday, I'll have the blog post and the video up, and you'll see where you're going to be able to get those. But this one is going to be the smallest production of all of the jeans. So, yeah. What's chambray? School me, I'm a noob. Chambray is a plain weave, so it's not a directional twill like a denim would be. So it's much more like a canvas than it is a denim, but because it's indigo colored and it's typically also used in shirting, but you can see that there's no direction here. Here, I'm just trying, it's kind of hard to see on black denim, but you can see there's a diagonal twill here. Denim is technically, denim is actually a very loose term, but technically it's a directional twill fabric. It's kind of hard to really, over the years, I think the term denim has morphed into a lot of different fabrics, you know, directional twill denim with the indigo warp and a white weft, but that's not always true. You know, you can have a broken twill, that is a denim. You can have left-hand twill, right-hand twill. I've dealt with all kinds of weaves and color variation. So it's very loose. Chambray is very much in the denim world. But as far as construction, it is closer to a canvas than it is a quote-unquote traditional denim. Does that mean that chambray wears out faster or differently? I wouldn't. I'm sure there's some technical aspects to it its wearability, but I mean, for a 9-ounce fabric, it'll be just as durable, I find. Any special design on the pocket bag? Well, the same pocket bag details are there as the rest of the collection. So we've got the Smith family all over print pocket bags. So you're gonna have that there as well. So got everybody here featured. So yeah, wait. We'll have a proper 4K video up this week. Just watch out for that on the YouTubes. Also, if you're watching this on the YouTube, or if you're watching this on IG and you watch our videos on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You know, we have a lot of folks who are in the comment section. You comment every week. I know you're watching our videos, but you're actually not subscribed. Just remember to subscribe. I like the numbers. They let me know that I'm doing a good job. So be subscribed to our channel and help a brother out. Okay. Hello from Mississauga. Black jeans and white shirt. Wear outfit buds today. Good choice. There's nothing better than a white t-shirt. I'm down to my last white t-shirt. I've worn through. They're not worn out. It's just that they're dyed indigo. Usually when my white t-shirts, they stop being so white, I dye them, and they live on as indigo dyed shirts. And I'm so not used to. I guess I could just order some, but anyways, I've just been waiting to go back to Montreal for so long that there's a lot of stuff that I need that I've just postponed buying. Like I need some new shirts that, I'll get them at Tate and Yoko. I'm like, oh, when we go back to Tate and Yoko, I'll get some. But I also feel this way because, like, I don't leave the house. We work from home, so we don't leave the house very much. So I'm just not in the mood to buy any clothes. But yeah, it's been. I've been postponing a bunch of things. I'm just like, I'll get it in Montreal. I'll get it in Montreal. I'll get it in Montreal. But I'm down to my last white T-shirt. And I love these things. We put out a poll this week, or rather a question this week. We talked about heavier weight tees. This topic came up in the last live stream. And I never really paid attention to what else was out there in our the T-shirt world, the better T-shirt world. People were calling for heavy T-shirts, and I discovered that we're actually among one of the heaviest shirts out there. So I was kind of surprised by that. I feel our shirts are pretty beefy. I just didn't realize that everyone else's T-shirts were not as heavy, even though we don't really advertise ours as heavy. I think we just call them beefy, but other people call them heavy, and they're just not as heavy as ours. Anyways, just interesting observation there. But we are looking into an even heavier shirt than this. We're speaking to our yarn supplier now to see if we can make an even heavier version. So we're gonna see what happens there. And then we'll test the waters, But I think that a heavier T-shirt is a good idea. I would like a heavier version of this. I think it would be nice to wear, especially in the cooler months. But yeah, this is how stuff gets made. It's all feedback. Not all, but certainly your feedback helps us make decisions. How heavy are the current versions? They vary between 9 and 10 ounces, so just kind of depending on the production lot. Sometimes they're a little bit varied, but they're like 300 and something GSM, so they're pretty beefy. Yeah, I think I'm right with that, but yeah, 9, 10 ounces, somewhere around there. So they're pretty heavy. I'm pretty happy with them, and I mean, they just last forever. Like there's no holes. Like the amount of holes I get in T-shirts, especially around the waist, it's just inevitable. And I've been probably wearing this exact T-shirt, I don't know, it's been probably 2-3 years now, and like it's still going strong in the color. There's a couple of stains that are a little more stubborn than others, but no holes, no rips, no tears, nothing. This is just such a great fitting, great quality T-shirt, and I'm glad that. Again, doing my research this week, just kind of seeing what else is out there. We're on a bunch of best T-shirt lists, and I figured we were, but I never saw the list before. And yeah, there's a lot of people that recommend it, so I'm happy that people are recognizing just the quality of this shirt. So when we make an even heavier one, I hope people recognize that as well. Do you have to change the cut of the shirts when you change the weight? Does the weight affect the drape silhouette of the shirt? Yeah, absolutely. We will certainly make some adjustments on the heavier tee. I think we will make it also just a little bit wider fitting in general, because I think a heavier tee will need that. You don't want a heavy fabric too close to your skin like that. Not that I think our shirts are particularly slim fit, but we might have to make a few adjustments. The tees are dope. I won't order a pair of jeans without one. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I have the white one. I'm just trying to think which. The white one. I have 2 indigo dyed ones. Those indigo dyed ones were white, and I probably had those. Oof. It's probably 7 or 8 years. That's a really long-lasting T-shirt. in my opinion. Like the only thing that ever happened to them was just they just weren't as stark white as they could have been, so we dyed them blue. But as far as like holes and rips and just general wear and tear, they are still perfect. And I see them being in that condition for many more years to come. So I've got my Selvedge Foundation tees. I've got all the colors there. I'm sure I have a black T-shirt in there somewhere, just a plain black. I don't even know anymore. I've got a lot of T-shirts, but I do wear the same ones practically all the time. Just ordered a pair of Easy Guy Rick Sanchez jeans. Good man. I hope you enjoy them. That weft, I cannot reiterate how difficult it was to get that weft created. By far, that jean took us the longest to produce. The amount of back and forth was ridiculous. We had to change 3 mills to get that denim made. Yeah, there was just something about those colors that nobody could find, nobody wanted to make. It was. Anyways, that's why we have options. That's why we don't put all our eggs in one basket. But when it comes to the producers we work with, so it took a long time, and I'm glad it came out the way it came out. It came out perfectly, absolutely perfectly. And even like you don't understand like getting that color the way it was. There are actually 4 colors in there. There's 2 greens, like a greenish yellow and a yellow. And getting even the right ratio of those colors together was a definite challenge. We had a bunch of like samples made up, and it was like, okay, well, we need to play it. We were just constantly playing around with the ratio to get that just right. It wasn't, we could have just, we couldn't because that's not the way we roll. But anybody who isn't us could have just put it out, here's green or here's a greenish yellow. Okay, there you go. Have fun. And, it would have, I don't know, there's just something about it not being absolutely perfectly, like, dead on right that just kept driving us. And the fact that it was, like, difficult, I think made it even more, like, of a challenge for us. People are telling us you couldn't do it. Oh, can't do it. And it's like, oh, we're going to do it. we're going to get it done. So I could probably get goaded into doing a lot of things just based on people telling me I cannot do something. I'll say, oh, well, we'll see about that. I don't know. That's probably not a great story. But yeah, I'm a sucker for challenges. How does the nice guy differ from the easy guy? Well, a lot. The nice guy's like thigh measurement is more akin to the super guy than it is the easy guy, and the same thing with basically the entire top block is the super guy with a little bit of a higher rise. So it's a lot slimmer, whereas the easy guy's got a lot more room, a lot more rise. Wrong creation rights. After so many insane fabrics, do your suppliers now expect the most crazy projects from you guys? Yes. Yes, they do. The Mendoksai client. We are the fun and annoying and difficult and fun, and most importantly, the most consistent client for our partners. Now I don't know if they were just blowing smoke, but we had a meeting once, and we have a meeting often, but our one meeting they were telling us that we were the largest selvage purchaser from their company. And I thought that was pretty big. And that was a big mill. So I'm glad that we are keeping those machines running. You know the stories that I like? I like it when, you know, these mills, they produce for us, but they also produce for like the top kind of fashion houses, and Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, you know, Brunello Cucinelli, like really, really high end, high fashion brands. And, you know, oftentimes, I mean, you know, our fabrics are running on the machines when they're doing, you know, tours. And I remember them telling us times when, like, you know, the designers for whatever brands would see our stuff, and they're like, "Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh wow, that's amazing." And like, I did expect certain things to get ripped off. I absolutely did, but some of them did, some of them didn't. Some fabrics we share. You know, some fabrics are not, you know, developments by us, but they're developments by the mill, and they're just great fabrics. So we use those same fabrics. But what I think is most amazing is when I see our version of the jean and maybe, you know, the high fashion version of the jean, and ours is like 5 or 4 times less the price. Made in Canada versus like made in Romania. It's to me, that's the most amazing thing. And we used to, you know, there's a retailer in Canada that I used to work at called Holt Renfrew, and it's a luxury retailer. And when we used to go there for product knowledge seminars, we used to go to those, you know, the upscale departments where they had all that stuff, and we'd pull the jeans from those departments. And those jeans would sometimes be using the same fabrics as us. And we would show the customer, not the customer, we would show the staff. We'd say, look, you know, you want to talk about quality and value, here you go. Here's our jean, exact same fabric, you know, same construction details, sometimes even more with ours. And here's the price difference. Here's the price difference. Now, you tell me who's getting ripped off and who's not. You know, I'm not going to make any claims, but I just want you to see for yourselves. I don't think the big fashion brands would have the balls to do the stuff you do. They're not interested in the stuff that we do. What we do is small potatoes. They are about margin. I mean, their margins are huge. They have to be huge. I mean, just consider the amount of billboards and ads and supermodels and fashion shows and all this stuff that it costs to run that empire, right? You are paying for all of those things. You're not paying for any of that with us. You know, I don't even pay for Instagram ads. I'm too cheap to buy an Instagram ad. I will not do it. So that's the major difference there. You take a look at some of these brands, and you know they're selling you a logo T-shirt for $300, $400, $500. We all know what it costs to make a high quality T-shirt, and I will say that their quality of T-shirt is probably on the higher end scale, you know, but we are also on the higher end scale, and we are not charging exorbitant amounts. We're not charging hundreds of dollars for a T-shirt. That is not. It's not. I don't know how anyone in like with the right moral conscience can do that. But I mean, if you got supermodels to pay, you got supermodels to pay. What can you do? And if you're and I will not knock anyone for selling anything at any price. You know, go if you got a customer for it and they're willing to pay that price, go for it. It's obviously working for them. They've got many customers, and they're much bigger brands than us. So I will not knock their game. I'm just pointing out, you know, what it is. You know, I'm just pointing out the game that they're playing. That's all. Anybody who buys that stuff knows they're not. There's no secret. They know what they're paying for, right? They know what they're paying for. So I don't think that they're being dishonest. You know. They are very honest with their pricing and with the product that they put out, and the thing is that you're just mostly not paying for the item that you're buying. You're paying for all the other stuff that goes with it, and for a lot of people, that is of a high importance. Okay, that if that's a status thing for you, sure, go nuts. There's all kinds of status things that we buy in life. That's okay. But I'm just saying that that's the way that works. Instagram ads are a rip off. Electric Bamboo writes, no question about it. They are. I should probably. I don't remember offhand, but it is like literally thousands of dollars I would have to pay. Literally thousands, not tens of dollars, hundreds of dollars, literally thousands of dollars per post if I want our entire follower base to see a post that I put up. If I put up a post, we will get between 0, I've yet to see 0, but between 2 and 15% of our audience seeing any particular post. 2 and 15%. The other day, I put up a post, and I can see the analytics of Instagram business account, so you can see the analytics of your post, and we had it was around 2% is what they told me saw that particular post. 2% of 104,000 followers. I rant about this every single week. 104,000 followers, and if you look at the amount of likes that we get on a post, it's ridiculous. And Instagram actually changed it back, because what they did a while ago was they took away the likes. They took it away so that you couldn't see how many likes a post got. And I think they might have done that because they didn't want people to realize that they're suppressing people's content. They didn't want you to see a person with 1 million followers with 1,000 likes on a post. And it's like, how does that ratio make sense, right? Well, it makes sense because they're not letting the amount of followers see the post. Now I guess the cat is out of the bag. They don't care. So they're just like, if you want your followers to see how many likes you have on a post, you can reactivate it. So I reactivated it just because, I don't know. I'm not afraid or shy to show that stuff off. Maybe people with huge social media followings who are afraid to, show people that, hey, nobody's really liking my post. And it's not that nobody's liking it; it's nobody's seeing it, and they don't want to. I'm gonna say it. I'll tell you. I'm pretty much an open book, but that's just the way it is. So we're, we have a couple of different Instagram accounts, so we're constantly posting similar content on each account. With Naked Famous, Denim NYC, Tate and Yoko, they're posting a very similar post, or it's the same post often, just to make sure that we have as wide a spread as we can to show off our content, let you guys know the news, without having to resort to paying for those ads. Because if we have to pay for ads, that means you have to pay for ads. And I don't want you guys to pay for ads. So, we don't do that. We don't do Google ads. We don't do Facebook ads. We don't do any of that stuff. So this is it. You got your ad right here. You got YouTube. You got Instagram. We're using it as much as possible. So, that's why I encourage you to stay subscribed. And that way you'll hopefully keep up with the latest content. But Instagram is a little bit of a different beast. They turned. They're owned by Facebook, so they maybe they're just trying to tank Instagram like they've tanked Facebook. I don't know. Set alerts on Insta post by Naked and Famous Denim Gang. Yeah, that would help. I don't want to annoy you, but if you want to turn on your alerts, go ahead. I would definitely appreciate that, especially if you really want to stay up to date with what we are putting out there. Why am I not seeing your posts? Am I following? Well, maybe double check that. Double check to see that you are following, and there is a way to activate notifications when we put on a post. That might be something you want to do. Interacting with our content also, I think, algorithmically helps to push our content your way, but there's no guarantee on that. There's no guarantee you will see stuff. The other day I was personally on my personal Instagram, there's a bunch of like video game stuff I follow, and a company I follow posted a thing like, okay, all of the pre-orders are over for this item I wanted to order, and I'm like, I didn't even see the post, the pre-orders were up, and it drove me nuts because they're like, okay, we're gonna do another batch in a few weeks. Stay up to date with our posts, and I'm like, okay, like now I'm playing this game of like, okay, I got to keep checking to make sure I don't miss this announcement, and it's I follow these people for a reason, so it's just the way it is. But I'm letting you know that's how it is. Sorry for asking the same question again. No worries. PK Krull writes, any info on the knives? Still sad I missed out. We will be making a new production of knives. I'm not sure where we're at with that. I'll check with Risa in a minute. Risa says, I don't know if you heard her off in the background. Risa says that by the end of next week, we will have the new sample for the next iteration of the knives. So we will have a preview for you then. So very, very soon. Indigo IDK writes, the pre-order thing is too true. It's very true. How often do you miss something because you didn't see the Instagram post? It drives me nuts. There's I also collect movie posters, and there's this company in Brooklyn called Bottleneck Gallery. I would check them out. They make really cool stuff. I should do that. There's been a while since I talked about other stuff that I like. For a while I was doing that, but Bottleneck Gallery is a company that I really enjoy. They make really beautiful posters and artwork. Here, let's take a look at some of the stuff they come out with. The Flash Gordon poster. This is Lord of the Rings stuff. Batman, but like these Spider-Man posters. So these are all like limited run. See, I didn't even know about this. I'm looking at it now. So a Blade Runner lenticular movie poster, and these are like movie poster size. They're big. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I missed out on that, but I did manage to snag one of these Ninja Turtle posters. I've got a couple of them, but that said, these posters come out, and they come out they usually come out on, I think they come out on Fridays, usually at noon. It depends, sometimes at different days. But they have a release schedule. They make 100, they make 50, they make 150 posters. That's it. They don't make much. Everything they make is very limited, and they usually sell out in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Like, you got to be right on time when that release comes out for you to get one. Otherwise, they're gone. It's over. You're not going to get it. So I'm up at 1 o'clock in the morning refreshing my webpage to make sure I get it, but that's only if I know. And if I miss the Instagram post, then I don't know. And I mean, I get their emails, but sometimes your promotions, all your advertisement emails, there's so many of them that you don't open them all. So I check Instagram every day, multiple times. So that's where I like to get my release announcements from. But it becomes more and more difficult when it's behind a paywall, and brands are trying to give their audience the content that they want. I mean, I think that's how you kill an audience. Jewelman writes, I think Reddit is also responsible for a lot of people being aware of Naked and Famous. I think you guys and another brand are the most popular brands on raw denim. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think Reddit is a great resource for a lot of raw denim content. We are certainly, like, this year I've been a little less active, but in previous years I was very active on the forums. I just think I've been a little busy. But I posted a couple things the last couple days, answered a few questions. I've been checking in on raw denim a little bit more recently. But yeah, I mean, raw denim, Instagram, there are a lot of great resources, and I'm glad to see the raw denim community growing more and more. I've certainly talked about the Reddit raw denim community quite a lot, and I certainly encourage a lot of people to go there. But it is good to see that that community is still going strong. It's a very positive environment as well. Over the years, there have been many denim forums of varying popularity, and it has been, some of them were a lot more militant than others, a lot more gatekeepery than others, and I think that turned a lot of folks off, and it certainly turned a lot of folks on. The kinds of people who want to keep this thing, this little thing. They don't like people encroaching on their hobbies, which I'm not a fan of that type of mentality. It's a shame that people see, there are brands like ours making famous unbranded, other brands, and we're offering a price point that is very, very attractive to new people in raw denim. And some people see that as a negative. Some people see that as, and I think they see it as a negative because, it makes it harder for them to sell their products at, 2 or 3 times the price. Okay, I mean, I don't see it like that. But you have a product, you got to sell it. It's just that's the way it goes. And but there's like this there. I remember even when we came out, there was like this vitriol. Some of these, quote unquote authentic shops were very annoyed with the type, our business. We're selling to regular stores. We're not just selling to, the super boutique, denim shop. Yeah, we have those customers. We also sell to, shops that sell like contemporary brands. So it was like this weird, like, well, if you're not going to be in our world, then then you forget you guys. And it's like, man, that's not the way I see it. I see like, if we can convert someone who is wearing, torn up, ripped, jeans with, splotches and splatters all over them. If we can convert that person into a raw denim person, that's good. That is good. The more people we let know about raw denim is good. The bigger the raw denim community is, it's good. So, there was always a little bit of that, and there was certainly a lot of that in certain forums, and the raw denim subreddit is really, and it's remained that way. It has remained very accommodating and very inviting to people. People are happy to answer questions. They're not going to tell you to just Google it, which is, I think that's the most annoying thing that anyone ever does. But yeah, very happy that the raw denim community is so strong on Reddit, and it's continuing to grow. So I saw the other day somebody wrote, They used the comment like the heyday of raw denim, like speaking about it as if it was a past tense. Not, and I'm like, no, like the heyday of raw denim is right now, this moment, and tomorrow will be even better because raw denim is continuing to grow. And just because a decade ago there was a workwear heritage wave that swept mainstream. Just because that's over doesn't mean raw denim is over. Like that wave brought a lot of people in. A lot of people stayed in that, that mindset. But that just brought some people in that might have been slow to come into it. But since then, we've been touting raw denim. We never stopped, touting our horn. I don't know, blowing our horn, and a lot of brands have come, a lot of brands have gone, but raw denim is bigger now than it has ever been, ever. And that's a good thing. We are currently in the heyday of raw denim. There's never been more choice, more variety, better prices ever in the world. When I first got into raw denim, you wanted a selvage denim jean, $300 minimum. There was no $300 was the buy-in price. That was it. You didn't have an option. There was no like online shopping was so non-existent. I exaggerate non-existent, but it wasn't a thing. Like, people weren't shopping online. You know, you would go to a website and maybe they would have a blog post about something that they had got, or maybe, you know, there was a few photos of something. They don't ship to Canada. They don't ship to wherever. You got to go and get it. And it's like, oh, like, how do I ship this internationally? Oh, you don't take international orders? Complete total nightmare. I used to have friends in other countries that I would have to proxy things to. And, like, it was such, oh, you wanted that special rare sneaker from Japan? Well, they don't ship it. Okay, well, here's what you do. I have a friend in Japan. I'm going to they're gonna go and buy it for me, and then I'm gonna somehow send them some money, and that's good. It was so annoying. Now everything's easy. Everything's easy. There's more information. There's more photos. There's more measurements than there ever has been ever. Right now is the best time in raw denim history. Carl Morawski. Morawski. I keep saying it wrong. Sorry. Anyways, hey buddy, hope you're well. Fox fiber jeans are all over being wearing. I'm assuming what you're saying is the Fox fiber jeans is all that you've been wearing. I'm glad that you're enjoying them. It's a great jean. You're a great guy. Thanks for hanging out here with us today on the Instagram live stream here. You never know who's gonna pop up in these lives. Naked and Famous is approachable raw denim brand. I don't really know or see why the community finds that so repulsive. I don't think in general the community finds that repulsive. I think that there are a few voices that are, of the gatekeepery mindset. They don't like, they don't like the fact that we do things that they would perhaps perceive to be not true denim, when it's a colorful weft, or maybe we do a glow-in-the-dark jean, and that's like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that, so like discount the entire brand. And like that's just their mentality, and it's very off-putting. Like, you look at Toyota as a company, and they have their supercars, and they have their budget things, and they have their weird stuff every now and then. And it's like, to discount an entire brand just because they made one thing. I've seen it. I've seen posts where they're like, I can't believe you made this. You guys are trash. And it's like, wait a minute. Based off of the one style that you don't happen to like, based off of our history of making hundreds of styles of fabrics, you found one that you don't like, and now you're turned off. Give me a break, man. Like, it's imagine going to a restaurant. There's one dish that you don't like. Oh, so the entire restaurant is garbage because there's something you don't like that they make. Well, other people might like it. So, anyways, these are binary thinking people. I mean, it's like or dislike. There's no in between for them. So, for that, I don't discount these people. Hopefully they'll come around, and we're always putting out new stuff. So maybe in that same binary mode that their brains work, they see something they don't like, so they don't like it as a whole, and then they see something that they do like, and they do like it as a whole. And maybe if we flip that switch more and more, they'll start to see that there's a lot more in between those two modes of thinking. Chip Indigo writes, Carl's how I discovered Naked and Famous denim. Well, thank you, Carl, for spreading the good word. I appreciate it. And you should all subscribe to Carl on YouTube. He makes the best videos in this menswear space. That's for darn sure. Lucked into some brown Fox Weird Guys and a black t-shirt on Tate and Yoko. Should arrive on Monday. Johnny Crumhorn writes, well, I hope you enjoy them. Wear them well, my friend. They will serve you well. Quan Shots writes, man, screw the haters. I agree. Naked and Famous has been bringing the heat for years. You know, like I said, with the haters, I think it's just a matter of time. Everyone comes around. We make too much good stuff that it's hard for you to deny that. I think if you're being honest with yourself, and maybe you don't like us, maybe you don't like me, okay, fine. I don't know. Maybe you don't. That's just the way the world works. I would accept that, but if you're a denim lover, a lover of fabrics, and a lover of this, raw denim world, you cannot. I think there's not much for you to hate. There's not. We got good prices, good fabrics, weird fabrics, basic fabrics, all kinds of stuff. We got it all. And we're certainly not afraid to try new things, and we're certainly not afraid to interact and be part of the community and build this community as a whole. So I think that there's not a lot there to really fault us on. We're not as organized as a big, massive corporation with a giant team to do stuff, but at the same time, I think we give them a pretty good run for their money. I've got all my buddies into raw denim, and they all started with you guys. Well, I appreciate that. I think that's how a lot of people get into raw denim in the first place. Having a friend, having an expert among you is generally how, we discover new things. And especially when you've got, we all have that friend who's the computer expert or the electronics expert, that we turn to for our advice. And I'm glad that you're that guy for your friends for denim, and that you're on team Naked and Famous Denim. Appreciate that so much. Rocco6 writes, nightmare previews. Okay, let's get to some previews. Let me just answer these couple of questions, and then I will get to some preview time. So just hang in here for another minute. Haters gonna hate. They don't know what they're missing. They don't know what they're missing. PK Crawl writes, in all honesty, some people just feel very gatekeepery about their passions. No question about that. I understand. Right? Look at the hate Hiraku Nakamura got for bringing the chest out to normal. I don't know who that is, but chest out to normal. Maybe you'll have to explain that a little bit to me. I'm not sure. Is chess seeing a mainstream resurgence? I don't know. When I was a kid, I played a lot of chess with my brother, who's insanely good at chess. Like he was on the University of Toronto chess team. Very, very good. And I've never beat him in chess, and he turned chess off for me just because of the absolute destruction of every match I ever played against him. But I grew up around a lot of chess because of him. He's very good at chess. Naked Famous Denim rules. You rule, my friend. Do you have any future plans for more crazy fabrics like the tatami or sakiori? Not at the moment, but we're always on the lookout. There will be another iteration of that weird, really out there weirdness at some point. But at the moment, nothing is in the works. I think the gatekeeping thinking made me originally think that stretch denim was a bad thing. So glad that changed. I'm glad that hopefully it was maybe some of the words I said changed your mind. I'm sure some of the words I said have changed some people's minds about stretch denim. And nothing pleases me more than to see the quote unquote pure brands all making stretch denim now. It joys me so much to see that, and I'm like, where are all the negative comments, guys? What happened? What happened to all those? Naked Famous doesn't make real denim because they use stretch. Oh, well, what about your heroes? Your heroes are making stretch now. Are you gonna burn your jeans? You gonna set those on fire? Huh? Oh, okay. Well, then keep your opinions to yourself. Can you drop any Matrix info? Yes. Beta, do you have a round head? I'm assuming it's round. Probably not perfectly round. I'm sure I've got a couple of lumps here. I got the Hadouken shirt this week. Had no idea the pattern was weaved in. What an amazing detail. I think a lot of people missed out on that fact. The Street Fighter shirts were all jacquard. All those patterns were woven into the fabric. Brandon was very adamant about making those woven in. If that actually took quite a while, but we did manage to do it. We had a very good our sales guy here in Japan, our rep. He did an excellent job sourcing to get that done for us. Certainly, chess has been very mainstream for some recent time. Also, due to the work of Hiroki Nakamura, one of the top-rated GMs in the world. Okay, I did not know that. I was not aware of that. But good for chess. You know what movie I watched the other day? There's a movie I watched a lot as a kid because my brother loved chess, and we just happened to like this movie a lot. There's a movie with Samuel L. Jackson in it, actually, and I think who's in it? Is that Liam Neeson? I think. Searching for Bobby Fischer. The Searching for Bobby Fischer. A good story about a young boy. I forget what his name was, but based on a true story. But little chess whiz, and it was a good movie to watch. Electric Bamboo writes, yes, I will credit your explanation of the benefit of stretch denim helped a lot. You were probably the biggest proponents of to try new things in denim. Thank you for that. You're welcome. I'm very much about experimentation and just trying and letting people know that there are no rules when it comes to raw denim. Do whatever you want. And your jeans will turn out the way they turn out. Don't worry too much about it. CRD on YouTube talks a lot about denim and menswear and that type of stuff. He did a video, or is doing a video, or just did a video, and he just released part 2. I didn't watch part 2 yet, but I saw it came out on bleaching your raw denim, and I've talked about that many times. And he actually reached out to me because I guess he saw a comment that I made about the just giving it a shot and seeing what it does. And so he went out and did it, and he shows a couple of photos of my bleached jeans. As an example, and I'm excited to see how his pair turned out. And I was talking to him. I was just messaging with him the other day, and just about this isn't the correct swatch. Did we get the correct swatch? I have to ask Risa. Risa, do we have another swatch of the Friday denim?
Friday.
No, sorry, the nightmare denim, or is it just this little piece?
That little piece.
Oh, okay. This is not fully correct though.
Yeah, we're redoing the color.
Yeah. Okay. I will show it just for the sake of it. I'm also waiting on a Friday the 13th denim swatch. I'm just looking for my Nightmare collection. Hang on with me, guys. Where is it? And there we go. See if we can make some. Oh, there's not a lot of imagery here. Okay, whatever. That's fine. This is a very preliminary, in fact, this is not even a good, okay, I'm just going to show this to you to show you the kind of stuff that we have to go through in the process of developing stuff. So, Yeah, right. We are in the middle of. Actually, we're getting close to finalizing the Nightmare on Elm Street denim, and for horror fans, you will know Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Kruger, he's the spring wood slasher, very iconic character for me growing up. And what we wanted to do for this denim is, I was hoping that there would be maybe I should, for those of you who don't know or maybe need a refresher, let's look up Freddy Kruger. Images. So we can take a look at Freddy here. Very iconic look, and his striped sweater. So red and green, very very iconic look, and he wears this in practically everything. So this is what we wanted to recreate on the weft of the of the Nightmare on Elm Street denim. So no one in North America needs to be reminded who Freddy is. Him and Jason are horror icons. I agree. I think so. I mean, I'm a big fan. So I just want to make sure everyone is understanding and seeing where my references are coming from. So this denim here is, you can see it has a red weft. It's indigo warp. It's a lot darker in person. The lighting is making the red shine through a lot more than it is than it looks in person. Let me see if I can get some better light. It looks more like this. Well, it's interesting how that's coming out. But yeah, it looks more like this. I would say that's pretty accurate in terms of the way that this fabric looks. So dark indigo on the warp with red. And so what we want to do is create this stripe on the inside. So we've just been testing with some colors. And it's not always easy to get what you're looking for. So you can see here, we're actually going through a couple of tests. So you can see the red here. This was the original test for the green. So you can see that there's a couple of different green colors here. So that green obviously did not come out looking like the green that we wanted it to look like. So we went back, and so we had a couple of different green tests. So you can see here, brighter green, that's too bright. So we wanted to see the green against the red. You can ignore that dark spot because that is the original green. And then we have this green, which is more accurate to the color we're looking for. So the denim itself will look like this, with like this 1.5 inch wide stripe of green with the red. So this green would actually be here. So anyways, it's not a great example of what we're doing, what the final production will be, but it's a good example of just kind of the progress that we have to make in order to get the colors right. So there's a lot of sampling involved and a lot of back and forth. So the jeans will look red with green on the inside, but from the outside it's going to look mostly red because the green part is going to be coated and the red part is going to be part of the weft. So it'll create a very, very interesting striped weft interior that is both dyed and coated. Now for the Selvedge ID, the sample, we tested this out, but this will not be real. Like, we wanted to create his claws, but this will not be the final production. This is actually, we nixed this all together. But one thing that we forgot to realize with this was, if you do 4 on one side, then there's 4 on the other side, then there would be 8, and that's too many, and then this would be really, really chunky and wide. But what we're going to be doing is like a brown and red, kind of like matching his Freddy Kruger kind of colors. So that Selvedge ID will be nixed on the final fabric for this. Does the green chip off then? The green will chip off. So it'll kind of degrade like Freddy's sweater. It just kind of gets ratty and gross. So that's gonna be a pretty neat denim. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And if you guys haven't watched the Nightmare series in a while, then go out and do it. It's a fun watch. The first one is my favorite, and New Nightmare. Those are my. There's the Dream Warriors song that I really like. It's I forget who sings it, but it's ridiculous. Here's 2 things. I think it was the Fat Boys. There was a Freddy Krueger rap. Let's look it up. No, it's just in my head, and I gotta look it up. And there was also there's two Freddy Krueger raps. Fat Boys. Freddy Krueger. Yes, I think I'm correct. Yeah. So there's a rap called "Are You Ready for Freddy?" Look it up. It's kind of neat. It's a fun little song here. And then there was also a Will Smith song called "Nightmare on My Street," which was never actually released, and it was not licensed or approved by the Freddy Krueger people. So, but it's on YouTube. You can find the song on YouTube. I think it's pretty cool because it has that that piano chord. That's what it's called, from like the Freddy series in there, and it's just, it sounds a little bit spookier than the Fat Boys song, but technically not a Nightmare on Elm Street song, but it is clearly a Nightmare on Elm Street song. Freddy versus Wolverine epic rap battle for history. I have not seen that. I'm gonna have to check that out. So after the live stream. Okay, there's a couple of other previews I wanted to show you guys, and this one just arrived. We were talking about new stretch ideas. Whoa, Nightmare on My Street is a Philly classic. I had no idea it was in obscurity outside Philadelphia. Oh, I'm sure not a lot of people know that song. Unless you're a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. Yeah, I don't think I've ever met anybody who knew that song right off the bat. Philly classic. There was I have a friend named Anwar, and he was teaching us some Philly slang, and that's John. That's my John. That's the shit. Maybe that's. You tell me if that's correct. I also don't say it with as much. He's a very cool guy, and I don't say it the same way he says it. It's definitely on Spotify. We played it at work. Right on. Okay, so let's take a look at a new stretch denim that's coming for spring summer 22. Yeah, Johns. All right, everyone knows Johns. But yeah, when I say it, I don't say it naturally. That's my John. I think it sounds like I'm a lame wad trying to sound cool. John made that, John. John means everything. Joint, John. Yeah, I'll have to be around more Philadelphians in order to feel comfortable saying that maybe. Okay, let's take a look at the spring summer 22. Spring summer 22. So it's gonna be a while before this comes out. Fabric preview for a new stretch denim. So this is the Natural Indigo Slub Stretch Selvage. A lot of people from Philadelphia in here. Thanks for joining us here. So this denim is the newest iteration of the Slub Stretch Selvage. It's actually been quite a while since we ran this fabric. So this fabric construction originally came out as the basic Indigo. Then we did a the Sakura denim. So that was the first iteration of our pink weft. This fabric construction was also used on Goku and Cell. So it's a stretch denim with a great amount of slub, great amount of texture to it, and now in this kind of lighter blue natural indigo color tone. You can see it's got some great gradient indigo tones in here as well. That's because of the slub, so it's picking up different amounts of indigo, so you will get some nice variation there. So this will be a lighter blue summer colored denim, and with a lot of great texture and flexibility of stretch. I think it's going to be a great summer denim option for spring summer 22. And anyways, that's as far a preview as I can give you right now. That's we literally just got this in. I don't even think Brandon got it yet, so you guys are seeing it first here. You know I can't keep the secret for very long, so I like to show you guys off, show off, new stuff to you guys. Keep you tuned in as well. You got to see some surprises every now and then. It's such a comfy fabric. It keeps you cool in the summer. I think this will be a very comfortable jean, and just based off of the success of this fabric construction, I think this is going to be a real winner. And this color, it's a great combo here. There's nothing not to like about this jean. So that is the new natural indigo slub stretch denim coming spring summer 22. I also want to show you guys a couple of new shirts for fall winter 21. There will be the full fall winter 21 preview video coming out at the end of next week, getting those screwed up. Speaking of secrets, Matrix, I don't have the falling code denim here. That will be coming soon. So as soon as I have it, I will show that off to you guys. I'm also expecting a Friday the 13th denim shortly. I did show off the Matrix denim before. I have it here for you. You can see it. I'm just going to do a quick preview. I know I already talked about it, but you can also see this in some previous videos. We have now the videos are coming with timestamps. Thanks to a very helpful viewer doing all the timestamps for our videos. And you can see here it has this leather coating. It's not really leather, but it looks like leather. And it's on top of an indigo dyed denim. So this coating will break away and fade off. So you will have that, that leathery look from the Matrix coming down to the indigo denim of Naked and Famous Denim, like a very symbiotic kind of collaboration here is the way I'm seeing it. It's really the Matrix is seeping into Naked and Famous Denim, and then on the Selvage ID we have the red pill and the blue pill, so you can pick your fate, and the coating will wear off to reveal the Selvage ID underneath. So red ID and blue ID. So we've got you can be red pilled or you can be blue pilled. It's up to you. It's your choice. It's your destiny. That's got to be hot as hell. That has got to be hot as all get out. I'm not sure what you mean by that. That's so cool. Very much in the vein of crazy tatami Sakiori territory. Okay, I wouldn't put it there. It's pretty nuts. It's definitely out there. I think the Sakiori, that stuff is just because it's not even denim at that point. It's weird. It's weird fabrics that are made to act and behave like denim. Hope you make a jacket with that. It's not planned, but we could. Ditto on the jacket. People want to see jackets in this. Risa thinks it's a good idea too. Risa just washed her jeans, by the way. Let's take a look at these because these look great. So these are her Indigo Invitational jeans.
Little veiny.
Little veiny. I like it. So They're fresh out of the washing machine. They might need a little bit of a pressing to get those weird creases out. But you can see, just like with my solid blacks, you've got a little bit of this kind of veiny, marbly look to them. I really like this, actually. I think it gives it a cool vintage vibe. But that's Risa's outfit for today. She's killing it in the classic Indigo Selvage, which still aren't out yet. We're going to be making these soon, and she's got her Alien Erotica t-shirt.
Yeah, but we got the natural indigo and classic first.
Yeah, that's coming soon. We're just getting the photos done for that.
Yeah,
it goes on the website.
I'm very excited. I wish I had that one.
Right. Okay. Well. Anyways, you got to wear these out, and then you can get a new pair.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. A lot of people. Sick Fades Risa, what a difference. They certainly made a big change with the wash. They're much brighter blue. They look really nice. Lint rolling. Yeah, when you live with cats, you gotta lint roll all the time. That's just the way it is. Lint roll and vacuum. It's the theme of our house. A jacket like this, but make it Akira, good for health, bad for education. I would like to get the Akira. I would like to get Akira someday. I think it's just a matter of time. Did you show the Fallen Code denim? I did not. I do not have the fabric here. I do not have the swatch here. It is coming, and as soon as I get it, I will show it to you guys. Jacket would be cool. Jacket. What's the weight of the Matrix denim?
I think we're landing at like 13.5 or something like that with the leather.
Risa's saying it's around 13.5 with the coating included. She's going to double check right now, but or you don't have to check right now. We'll find out, but I think it's like 13, 14 ounces maybe. The leather must be very hot or at least not breathe a lot. Yeah, the breathability probably isn't high with these, and it'll be definitely warmer if you're going to wear these on a hot summer day. Yeah. You're not wrong. Akira would blow up. Do it. Hey, we got one project at a time, my friend, and we are currently working on one that I know a lot of you guys are waiting for. So I don't have any news on that yet, but hopefully I will have some updates soon. How will the Nightmare on Elm Street denim be? I just talked about it. You're going to have to catch that in the replay to check that out. Because there's a bit of a description there. It's just hard to go over that all again. Because of the breathability, is it better to size up on the Matrix one? I'd say it's probably a good idea to get a slightly bigger size, just if you're worried about being too uncomfortable in them. I think if like these are going to come out in the fall, so it's going to be cooler, just in general because of the weather. So I think you'd probably be comfortable in them in the fall winter months. Maybe on a hot summer day, it might be a little bit difficult with a black leather like jean. I think it would be difficult on a hot summer day in black leather pants also. So treat them as you would black leather pants. I think it'll be easier as it fades and as it opens up the fabric. Yes, I think so. Once you start fading the jeans out and the leather starts to crack more, it'll certainly open up and make the jeans a little bit more breathable. They're certainly not going to be the breathable, super comfortable, airy jean. That's not what we're going for here. But just keep that in mind when you wear them. If you can wear a pair of heavyweight jeans, you can wear these. I don't think there's any issue with that. Okay, I'm just trying to think if there's anything. Oh yeah, okay, there's a couple of shirts I wanted to show off. And I'm going to start off with this one right here. Because somebody was asking me if we're going to be doing any more cat shirts. And the answer is yes. This is the new cat shirt for Fall Winter 21. It's cats in a bunch of different yoga poses. So I thought that was a lot of fun. I've been doing a lot of stretching myself lately, so this certainly applies to me a heck of a lot. So We have a great new cat shirt coming for Fall Winter 21. Every season there is going to be a cat shirt. You guys know we are cat lovers here, and so we will always have cat shirts. So that's the new Fall Winter 21 Yoga Cats. Yoga Cats pattern. Easy shirt. We've got a couple of flannels here to show you guys. So last week I showed you the work shirts. So we have a couple of easy shirt options here in the brushed flannels. We've got this great, I really like this one. It's got like super Western vibes for me. This brown and like golden brown color here. Very, very soft, by the way. You can see, just how hairy that fabric is. And this particular fabric comes in the red. Again, let's get a nice close-up of that. You can just see how fuzzy and furry this flannel is. And then we have it in this black as well. So 3 great flannel options here if you want more of a classic button-up shirt. These are really cool. These check corduroy shirts. So I really, it comes in the blue, also comes in the red. Now this is really neat. Like, take a close look at that fabric. It's a brushed corduroy, so it's very, very soft on the outside. You've got this great pattern, just kind of, it's a nice subtle pattern. And then on the inside, you actually see it a lot more. So when you roll up your shirt's cuff or something, you can see the pattern in full effect. Very, very nice and soft corduroy. Corduroy shirt. Corduroy check. Kind of flannel-y shirt. And then these are the 2 work shirts last week that I forgot to show you, but this is the rinsed denim in the black. So a very basic, overshirt. And then we have the rinsed indigo denim version as well. So this is the same fabric in indigo, and you can see, it's kind of got this great, bumpy and hairy texture. On the inside, you can see a lot of like neps as well. So there you have it. A couple more shirts from the Fall Winter 21 collection. I will have the entire Fall Winter 21 collection visible in a video coming very soon. So just stay tuned. Be subscribed to our YouTube channel. And of course, I will make announcements here on the Instagram, letting you guys know when that video is up. So yeah, a lot of new information coming your way. I had corduroy plaid pants like that in the mid-'80s. That'd be fun to make those. The fabric's too light to make pants out of, but that would be kind of cool. I haven't had a pair of corduroy pants in a while. I wouldn't mind a pair of corduroy flares, like some 70s kind of flare jeans. Would be kind of fun to have. Okay, well, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else for today. We showed off Mr. Poopy Butthole. You guys, that was a world premiere sneak peek of Mr. Poopy Butthole, the final and secret release of the Rick and Morty Nick and Famous Denim capsule collection. That's going to be coming out next Friday, so very, very soon. We showed off a little bit of what the process is of making the Nightmare on Elm Street jean. I showed off the Matrix leather-coated denim. And we showed off some shirts. Bayside, you're torturing us with the hoodie delay. Hoodie delay? What hoodie delay? I don't know what you're talking about. And I think that's it. Now, I don't think I have. We didn't buy something for snack time this week. I don't think there's anything interesting here today. So I might pass snack time today. Yeah, nothing new. Nothing new. Apologize. But I will try to find something new for next week. Does heavyweight denim stretch more than lightweight? I don't think so. I don't think it's a matter of weight. It's generally a matter of like the tension of the weave. Will you have any big previews during E3? No, we have no plans to have any big previews during E3. And for those of you who don't know, E3 is the Electronic Entertainment Expo. So big video game trade show. You've talked about hoodies coming eventually. You're awesome. We have hoodies. I did talk about, I don't remember how long ago, but we are going to have a new high vis orange color coming out soon. I just have to check in with Brandon, see what the what's going on with that. But we are sampling a new color, and yeah. Okay, well, I think I'm going to leave it at that. It's been fun hanging out with you guys, as usual. If you guys aren't already subscribed, please do so on Instagram here and on YouTube. And have a good weekend. Be nice to one another. I don't know, I'm just trying to think of a final thought. I'm trying to be Jerry Springer here. I'm gonna watch a bunch of Jerry Springer episodes and take notes. He's the king of the final thought. So that's my final thought. Go watch Jerry Springer. Great guy, great programming, all around entertaining. And if you can watch the stuff from the 90s, it's even better. Jerry Springer, you're a true inspiration to all of us. And Jerry, and Steve. Who can forget Steve? I learned so much about the world from Jerry Springer. Max Jr. writes, "Don't punch your wife." Quoted from Jerry Springer. That is some good advice. Keep your hands to yourself. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on another Instagram live stream here. And I will see you guys again very soon. Bye, everyone.